Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Bare Knuckle Boxer Challenge, where we go into levels with nothing at all, but we can use whatever we find there. And all being well, we'll bring back some shiny trinkets to help build up our wall of doom once again. There should be 4 levels today, if things go according to plan, and then that'll bring us on to the 4th and final set of levels. But before we get there, we've got Alerted Miami and Sapienza to deal with, and we've got New York and Wick Creek as our potential showdowns. Melee Kill Epic is obviously off the table because we can't bring one with us, and neither of those levels has an epic melee weapon lying around. So do we do Collateral Accident or Time to Get Disguises? And where do we go? We want to start with an alerted map for sure. Destroy cameras, don't get caught on camera. Take no damage. But there's also a safe. We might want to save that in case destroy safe comes up as an option. But Miami also has a safe. And it has kill any target, so that doesn't bode well for collateral accident. We're going to be able to find a propane, aren't we? On Sapienza. We can make a collateral accident happen, I think. And I'd rather do that than try and get disguises, because they're both big sprawling levels. And we don't really want to spend half of our time running around trying to find our friends. So here we are. It's night time, which probably means it's the meth lab version of the map. Take no damage is going to be the trickiest thing that we have to deal with, I think. We have targets. We've got Gregorio just down there. It's looking very much like the mansion is closed off to us, I think. Yeah, the Sanguine shop holds the safe. And then Alessandro and Dario are in and around the church area. Alessandro should be an easy target. At least. No. Do we have a camera on this floor? No. Good. But we are without any tools whatsoever right now. So we want to get our hands on things, preferably. One thing we can get our hands on is this guy's suit and also his pistol, because that'll certainly come in handy. And that's 2 of our objectives complete just by destroying the recorder properly. Oh no, just the one. Destroy cameras is the other, not destroy surveillance recorder. So we're still going to have to destroy 3 cameras. Oh, we've got a crowbar, that's very handy. So all in all, this has been a pretty solid start. The cameras shouldn't be too bad to find. It's an alerted map, so there should be quite a few hanging around. And now that we have turned them off, we can easily throw things at them. Is it worth going through here? Are there going to be cameras? I'm just going to have to remember where the cameras are now because I've turned them off already. But there might be one out here somewhere. There's definitely one outside of this door. Am I right? Probably. But that door's also locked, and although we do have a way through there, it's not the most subtle. We're also not in any desperate need to look for cameras. They will come to us. There are going to be cameras around and about for sure. We are allowed in there. Oh, there's one of our targets actually. And there is a thing that could be exploded. How do we play this? He goes outside for a smoker, I guess. We're allowed in here. There might be propane in the church. So he's just gone out that door. What if we come down here and have a look around? We've got a civilian outfit available to us. We just need to pop this guy in a freezer. So this would allow us to get close to our man if we have to. And we've got a key now as well from that lad, so Out we go. Nobody's immediately around, so down goes the second camera. There is a third one just out here. And what have we here? So we've got a second man who goes in and out, I guess. And we've got a moped. Our man is already coming back down. So potentially we could knock the pair of them out, put them by that moped, and cause some bother. Or we can lure our man over here somewhere, lure Suitman over here as well, and propane them together. So we have options, but they do rely on propane. I think we'll come back for our man and the supplier once we've been down towards the church, because we definitely know that propane is available down there. This fire extinguisher we've got could be used to blow open the safe should we need to, but I should also remember that we don't need to blow open the safe. No, those lads are both enforcers. That's okay. It's not the meth lab version of the map, it's the author. Now, there is an enforcer there. If I'm right, we can probably just get past him. Yes. He's an enforcer, but he doesn't have time to see you. And now, this building normally has propane. Does it have it today? Frickin' loads of it. Wonderful. So, yeah, let's go deal with that lad up top first, and then maybe we'll change into a civilian outfit at that point, just so we're not obvious to everyone. Maybe we don't cause the trouble outdoors either. We should be able to lure those two lads both into the bottom room by just distracting them as they go past, because he goes up the stairs and whatnot. Good, he heard that. That's pretty much perfect for us. Maybe I shouldn't have freezed the kitchen assistant from in here, but that's fine. Crime noticed. Oh, frick. How did he see that? I swear the guy was already being dragged through here before that happened. Oh well. We are not the Crim. We're just a guy.
Get one of our uniforms. Wonder who's down.
Please get some help.
So this lad is on alert, but he's looking for the wrong man.
Please, no panic. No way.
He's looking for a security man. Now he's sus because of all this
Hey, you.
chaos that's going on here.
What's this? What the hell are you doing?
I'm going to lose technical damage, aren't I? Yeah. Why did that second guy come in? I don't see any reason why a second security guard was called into the scene of the crime when there was only one unconscious man. That's vexing. Oh well. That's the witnesses out of the way. I'm not wrong there, am I? It's normally the case that you only get one guard called into the scene of a crime. Was it a double crime because I dragged him and so it wasn't just like an unconscious body or something like that? I don't know, but either way I'm kind of upset by that. I was looking for a perfect run to start the day and we don't have one. We'll see what Supplier has to say whilst we're up here.
Need anything cool?
Oh, God damn it, we almost got to him before this guy came down and ruined everything. I don't like the position of this Supplier, because he's constantly being interrupted by people walking up and down the stairs. Now that guy stops to tie his lace and he's still blocking the Supplier. Now, what have we here? Can't really afford much. That's fine.
You need more?
We got the
know
one
where
thing
I
we
am.
can afford, and we don't have to lug around a briefcase, so that's good. And we're free to deal with our other two targets however we might like. I suspect we've got the wrong outfit for getting into the area where the safe is, but that's okay. We also took out all our witnesses, so there's no reason why we can't go back into a bodyguard outfit. Brother Akram's about to have his meeting. That's fine and dandy. Oops.
Hey, would you mind a little privacy, please?
I'm in a box.
What are you doing? You've got
What am I doing? What am I doing?
to leave right now.
Maybe.
Okay, please.
I'm just gonna
Hey. Oh yeah.
punch you in the face. And then crunch you. Good. 2 down. Target number 3 appears to be underground. Yeah, they're in the catacombs. That is an area where we are absolutely not allowed in this gear. Is that going to stop us? There's a meeting about to take place in the church, but I don't think that stops us from going down here. So who have we got in here? That guy... I mean, the ghost guy is going to come out here in a minute, isn't he? He's going to come out here and have a phone call. Over there we've got a couple of plumbers who are allowed out here. Okay, apparently he wasn't sufficiently bothered by that to go and look at it. There we go, that got his attention. I just wanted to come around the corner a bit so I can throw a brick at his head. Good. Now we are the super fan. So we can grab an invite. Grab our kitchen knife once again. Did our screwdriver land down here somewhere? Is that it? Went a long way. So we're definitely allowed in the church. Our man is just out here. Problem solved. And now we're just after the safe. So maybe we do drag this guy in here. I get the feeling like a bodyguard isn't allowed in the Sanguine building. It might only be a regular mansion guard that is. Oh, we are compromised in this outfit. How are we compromised? I thought we killed all our suspects. The people that were suspecting us. I mean, let's go back to kitchen assistant then. We are trespassing. That's okay. We'll be leaving the churchyard very soon. And this outfit might be allowed in the Sanguine store because there are some that are. It might be housekeeper though that is. This one might not be suitable. But then it allows us in part of the place, doesn't it? Because there's a cafe up there. Yeah, we should be allowed to just waltz right in. And we're not trespassing. Wonderful. Explosive baseball, that's nice. That will help us if we decide we don't want to look for clues. There is an enforcer down here though. I'm guessing they're going to go to and fro. And there might be clues out there. So maybe we are better off just throwing an explosive. Well, that cracks it. That guy fell over, but he is getting back up. But that's okay. Main thing is we robbed the safe. And nobody knows that we're at fault. Alright, Brother Akram looks like he's going back up the stairs. I don't know what happens to Craig Black on the Freelancer Variations version of this map. Does he leave the map now, or does he just go back to his routine in the church? It's not something I'm sufficiently concerned about to try and find out right now. Instead, I think we'll just jump on a boat and go home and brew our Mist Perfect. It's not like it was a bad run, but still, I'm slightly vexed. Now, do we go straight to Miami? Headshot kill legendary, ice pick kill, collateral accident. So the first two are ruled out again because of the rules of bare knuckle boxer, so it is collateral accident. Shall we just get our... Oh no, because Miami had kill only targets, yeah. So we would want to go to one of these two. No combat on New York, combined with Pacify Guard's concussive, is tricky, for sure. Because we can't bring a silenced pistol, even. Wilton Creek wants us to silently take down someone with rare melee, which is probably impossible. Collateral accident. Eliminate Guard's assault rifle. Depends on the variant that we get as to whether the guards are carrying assault rifles, I think. Poison Guard. Yeah, let's go Whit Creek next. Let's see which Whit Creek we are visiting today. Lovely. It's a sunny, bright Whit Creek today. Where are our targets? We've got Dave down in the garden that we're in now, and we've got John Doe. So it's not a completely regular version of the map. If there's a John Doe wandering around, it might be like elusive targets, like the sensor. That would also explain why those guys are in the back garden. So yes, it's the sensor. And our supplier's just below us. There's no plumber, but his wrench is there. So do we start with the supplier? Or no, we'll come back for the supplier. It's not a big level. We will be perfectly okay to return later. We'll start in the traditional fashion of entering Nolan Cassidy's garage, because we would quite like some sort of silenced gun. So you there, what have you got? You have got an assault rifle. That's great. There is poison on this level, which is also great. So we could get 3 out of 4 here. I don't see us getting silence, target, rare melee, because I don't think that's going to be an option. Now, who are you? And why are you wandering through Nolan Cassidy's house? Oh, the hammer's onto us. That's fine, we'll hide down here for a moment. If he makes his way far enough in, we will take care of him. Good enough. Let's drag him out of sight before anyone else comes in. There is a guard with a silenced submachine gun over there, so that's cool. Maybe he'll see that shotgun that Spencer's just dropped, and it will lure him over, and maybe he won't. In which case, no big deal. We'll just drop it a little further around, just to minimise the movement of guards, perhaps. But yeah, that guy does have a silenced HX7, I think it is. He doesn't want to come in. Oh, he's heard that, like, good. Bunch of guards in this house.
Oh, yeah, that's just...
So we could potentially gun them all down. Safe upstairs as well. Right, so up here we've got, what, 3 guys? Cool. That's good. Let's see if we can't lure them into here, perhaps. that's one. Because if we can knock out the 3 guys on this floor, we can just quickly go 1, 2, 3 and assault rifle the buggers. So he's seen a gun.
Ah, crap, not again.
So that's 2 of them on their asses. This one over here is an enforcer. Down he goes. Now the safe is up in the top part. Good. So there we go. 3 guys that need to be assault rifled. But we do have at least 1 clue for the safe on this floor. So what I'm thinking is we assault rifle those 3 lads, and then we run over here and we climb the ladder and we deal with the safe whilst everyone is on the floor below wondering what all that shoot bang was about. So gunshots were heard, obviously. Up we go. And we are clear of the crime zone. Poison guard actually is perfectly possible because there are still living people in Nolan Cassidy's house.
Getting gear.
Now is our 3rd clue up here? I was expecting our 3rd clue to also be up here, but maybe I am in fact mistaken. But we did though, didn't we? Yeah, we grabbed an explosive golf ball from the box that we found downstairs, so we don't actually need a 3rd clue. Backup plan. Safe cracked. Out the window we go. All of that was very obviously nothing to do with us. So poisoning guard.
Now are you gonna tell me who freaked you out back there?
Let's go to Helen West's house. Usual job. We'll sneak into a basement. We will find some poison, and then I think we'll put it in the fumigator machine that's poking into Cassidy's house. It will take out at least 1 guard who's in there. We'll grab 2 different flavours of poison. We should only need the 1, but it's nice to have a backup. And then after this we know where to find propane on this level, so collateral accident should be straightforward. It's possible though that our target who's at the garden party would just wander near a lamp and we could get collateral that way. But there are 2 guys in the backyard of the Schmidt place keeping an eye on the sensor, so that will also do the job. Now, is this locked? Yeah. Anyone paying enough attention to us to notice if we just gun it down? Or do we be a bit more subtle about it, maybe? Sneak in through Batty's house. Jump this fence, and then jump that fence. That guy isn't sus, that's great. It would be sus to poison this machine, but I don't think he's going to notice. Good. And he didn't notice it being turned on either. There we go. Targets have been killed. Now you're going to come and turn that off again. Because that's your machine. And you're like, why is that switched on? I'd rather you didn't turn it off, to be honest. It'd be fun to leave it on for as long as we can. That guy who was going to come back and possibly see me doing this dragging is not going to now because he has just expired. And now there might be a few more accidents, a few more guards taking care of themselves for us. So where are you going, target? You're just roaming around and about, that's fine. He does probably go near enough to a lamp that we could get a nice easy collateral. But then we could also just jump over here and grab propane. And because this deck is actually empty, we can also just see what's in this box. Flash grenade. Why not? There are 3 people in this garden, and one of them doesn't like us. Okay, we failed to get his attention. That's cool. We can just avoid him, probably. There's our propane ready to go. Now we just need our target to return. And yeah, this should be just fine. Cool. Collateral accident is sorted. That guy's going to have a look around, see what's up, but that's cool. Ice axes. Got a sniper rifle, though we do like collecting sniper rifles. So we'll bring that with us. We might actually be able to get a silenced pistol as well, because there are probably undercover guards on this version of the map. Now, where's our man? He is over this way. He's also in an awkward sort of spot. No, there we go. He raised his head. Down he goes. So, folks panicking, running about, searching areas that we are no longer in. But let's see if we can't find ourselves some of those undercover guards that hang out. Now, you're a guard, as one can tell from your outline. So you would be someone who's got a silenced gun, probably. Maybe we could deal with him in a less than subtle fashion, and that will allow a gun to drop for us. Okay, I think someone saw the crime, but they didn't specifically see it take place. And we're getting shot. I think we picked up the gun then. I hope we did. The smart play there would have been to wait, but let's have a look. Oh no, he had an unsilenced hackle by the look of it. That's a shame. Yeah, I could have shot him, wait for the heat to die down. Even if the gun was picked up, I could have just waited for it to be dropped off somewhere. But I thought I'd go for the hit and run. And it worked, so that's the main thing. Didn't get us the silenced pistol that we were looking for, but that's fine. We do have a Krugmeier though, so we do have a silenced pistol for when I do my next challenge, whatever that may be. But that's a ways away. For now we've got an alerted Miami. Collateral kill explosion. We're doing a lot of collateral explosives of some sort or another today. And this will probably be a propane again. Oh, but then kill only targets. Okay. Hide and seek it is. Pacify guards concussive when we can't bring anything into a level means that we are going to need to shoot fire extinguishers. And we can do that, but then we lose perfect shooter. So 3 out of 4 is what we'll be looking at right now. So let's go and look at it. Kronstadt, do you have friends for us today, or are they elsewhere? Frederick Bueller. He is indeed a Kronstadt friend on the roof garden. Walter, though, is just over there. Krista and Max are both just around and about. Max is in a security room. Krista's over there. So 4 targets spread about all over the shop. I think we will go for concussive explosives over perfect shooter because it's worth more money. But we will do our best to retain perfect shooter outside of shooting fire extinguishers. Just because we want to try and stick as closely as possible to keeping the challenges intact. There is a theoretical possibility that I throw explosive baseball here at just the right distance to knock a couple of guys out without actually, you know, killing them. But that's... ooh, it's so tricky to get right that I'm not going to try, I don't think. That guy's going to come out and have a look around. We're just going to pop that there. Don't you worry about that, my man.
Drop something.
And then we're in. And we are disguised. Now this guy, does he go back to sleep after he gets woken up? I'm not sure, you know. I was thinking to myself, you see. I was thinking, let's shoot a fire extinguisher next to this lad. Then let's go outside and do the other two. But I'm kind of curious to see what this guy does. If he gets woken up. So instead I'm going to stick to the first draft of the plan, which was shoot these two guys out here, first of all. And then he'll probably wake up and investigate. And then we'll see whether or not he just goes back to sleep or not.
Whoa! Whoa! That was a gunshot. Lock and load.
Yeah, he's on his feet. Naturally. He wasn't snoozing hard enough to not be woken up by that.
Central. Hello? Found someone.
Whilst he's out there, we'll pop back into the cupboard, I think. I'm also not 100% sure if it would count as pacify concussive if he's already asleep when we shoot the fire. Well, he'd wake up when we shot the fire extinguisher, wouldn't he? So, yeah. Wouldn't have to worry about that. Might take them a moment to calm down. But soon they will. And then we'll spring into action with our second extinguisher. So let's see what Friendo does. Does he just go back to the kip? Looks like he does want to. Yep. He's snoozing. That's cool. We'll wake him up. And there we go. That's that challenge out of the way. Now let's head upstairs to the Kronstadt offices and we will see about our target who's up there. Also grab that lead pipe. And there might be a box here. Good. Is she going to get upset if we just walk past her and climb up this pipe? I think she might, you know.
Oh, huh. Wow. Oh.
Because of the fact it's a hostile area, I worry about doing it directly in front of her, so that's why we've just sent her on a little stroll. And then once those security guards have gone past,
Aeronautics of Kronstadt Industries.
out we go. So one lad's just leaving this room, that's ideal. Because second lad can give us his gear. Ah. Our target's not far away. Interesting. What's he doing coming out here? Having an accident is what he's doing. And that was the guy who was up here, so good. We don't need to be up here any longer. Body's been found up there, but that's okay, because bodies being found isn't really a problem right now. Do we do a circle? Yeah, we'll come back for Walter, because we're right by a bridge that lets us into the other half of the map. Potentially we could get a race marshal outfit as well, which might be better for us, just because it's a civilian outfit, but no, let's keep on with Kronstadt security. One of our targets is in a building we might not be allowed in though. Or they're just outside of it, the Kowloon Paddock. But this outfit will definitely let us into the security area where the other lad over here is.
This race is not over until the
So let's go and deal with them first, perhaps. Oh, are we filming something?
Act professional. Let me know when I look.
Yep. Yeah, we can't allow our love of distracting TV people to let us get trapped by an enforcer. Now, whereabouts up here can we
I'm all ears.
find a cupboard? And what could we buy? We could buy the ornamental assault rifle. So let's.
anytime.
Are there any cupboards in the toilets? Or are they just smokers? Ah, I know where there's a cupboard. Is it in this room? Yes. And our security guard is the one who goes back and forth, but that's fine. We could probably also get him. Yes, he's the one who's coming in to investigate that. Good.
I can't fix this. How can I fix that? Look at that. I can't fix this. Conserve energy.
It's fixed. Well done, friend. The last thing you did was fix something. It's certainly worse last activities that you could have. So, in there we go. And back out. And our next target isn't far away. What have we got in here? Messic gas grenade? Probably don't need it. But we could grab it nonetheless. We're generally allowed around and about here. There's our target, so where's she going? I don't know if I've ever seen this target before.
This race is not over until the
But I think she went into the Kowloon paddock at one point. Maybe I'm wrong though. If she just goes back and forth there, that's not ideal. But she's definitely going somewhere else now. Maybe she's just serving around and about the area. Also, where's our safe? It's in the Kowloon garage. So if we could grab that whilst we're over here, that'd be fine. We're apparently allowed in here, even though we're not Kowloon employees. She could potentially be lured into that bathroom if we turn the sink on, but she might be coming this way. That could make life easier. Yeah, she's coming in. Did she just pass through and back out? I think so. Cool, problem solved. She'll be found, but we'll be gone. Maybe we grab the propane? Although, yeah, actually, because we want to try and retain as much perfect shooter as we can. We wouldn't be able to use that propane to blow open the safe. Should have a pit keycard down here. Is there an outfit around? There's the Pale Rider. I doubt that lets you into the Kowloon paddock. Ah, there we go, Kowloon mechanic. Good. One enforcer. There's Moses Lee. Ah, maybe it's in the Aeon garage. Are there any clues in here though? It doesn't look like it. So the Aeon garage has a couple of folks. One's a guard. One's a mechanic. I'm not seeing a cupboard anywhere in here, which is unfortunate. There might be one back in Kowloon though. Let's have a look. Is there one in here? Yep. Wonderful. So, we may as well, you know, keep this outfit on as we go to our final target. Grab some Mercies. We like those. And then final target is back over to the side of the map. They would be alerted if they saw us in guard gear. It's just a case of, are we trespassing anywhere if we try and make our way to the other side of the map? And if we're not, then yeah, let's stick with this outfit. And yeah, if we go this way and underground, then we're not going to get caught trespassing, so that will be fine. Where's Friendo? There they are. They are on the outside of this enclosed area.
No, I'm gonna run over and play around with the pyrotechnics.
So, wouldn't be subtle to take them out, really. But maybe they come in here? I mean, they are a kitchen assistant by the look of things. No, they're going around the front. Which might make it a bit easier to kill them without anyone else looking at us. That jogger though. Let's see. Is anyone going to notice this? Don't think so. Well, nobody noticed sufficiently to want to come over and have a word with us. We don't have access to the shed where we can get the boat key. So I think our next step will just be run back to the start of the level. And it's a 3 out of 4. Bare Knuckle only requires us to complete one of the challenges per level. But yeah, 3 out of 4. Pretty good going. I'm satisfied with that. Is there any way we could have got 4 out of 4? Just the only way I can think of is finding enough explosives in the level, like baseballs and whatnot, and throwing them just so that we didn't kill anyone, but we just knocked them out. But because we've got kill only targets as an option, I didn't want to risk it, because then we'd just be trading one objective for another. So all in all, satisfied. That brings us to today's showdown, where we will be not using an epic unsilenced pistol or an epic melee weapon because those aren't options. So we'll be neutralizing a lookout as we head to New York. We also want no combat and concussive explosives, which is a tricky combination. There aren't any silenced weapons, are there, on New York either? If there were silenced weapons, then maybe we could do it with fire extinguishers, but I'm not sure. But as it is, no combat is probably going out the window fairly early on. Let's find out. I suppose I should have also determined who our targets are.
You talk to everyone?
No, I think
Glasses, hat, tattoo, grey hair.
been there for ages.
Been a while since we had a grey hair, I think. It's definitely not you, Red. Supplier friend is nearby, which is great. What do you have? The Club Fox 12-inch vinyl sampler is Zero Mercies. That doesn't make a lot of sense. We'll buy it, obviously, because we want to fill out our wall and such. But we're not going to use it. And it just doesn't make sense that it is
Hello, sir.
free. So a lot of our targets are roaming around upstairs. That's fine. We'll go and grab the security guard outfit that we would normally grab, and then we will worry about going upstairs and ticking off some more of the targets on the list. The fact that everyone is currently upstairs makes me think that we won't run into anything unusual down here, such as lookouts or assassins who are not where they're usually are people. So it's going well so far. It's the regular version of the map because both the IT guys are on the couch. Got a screwdriver. So that's the melee weapon that we can use to kill the target.
Back off, and the crowd goes.
And the crowd goes, and then the crowd tucks themselves in a box and has no further involvement in this level. So, next stage. Let's see, we picked up a key, haven't we, for these, I think? Oh no, the key that that guy has doesn't let you open those. That's fine. We can grab a key from in here. Although, do we want to do that right now? I'm umming and ahhing about what to do next.
But I know the boss is going to come down the
Crowbar is good. Getting some chloroform would be good, I think. So we'll just wait for this man to move away. Any minute now. I mean, we could potentially turn off the aircon and get that man to come out here and solve our problems that way. But I prefer him to just walk away. And then we'll crowbar this door open. There he goes. Now that he's gone, we can crack this. Now this is the thing that we've got the key for, apparently. I'm wondering, actually, is the key for this related to this suit? Or is it just the case that you naturally start this level with the key to that cabinet? Because I've been told that you naturally start Mendoza with the invitation to get into the party. So maybe it's the same sort of situation here. Either way, let's knock everyone out. Assassin nearby. I guess they're upstairs. Wouldn't really matter if they were down here. Now, who's got what for us? You've got a security key card. Have you got the key? You've got the deposit master key. Yeah, I think no combat's going to go out the window, because if we put a fire extinguisher next to someone and shoot it, then it's going to delay for a moment before it goes off. And in that delay time, we're going to be in combat, I think. Because the guards are going to be well aware that a gun has just gone off a few feet away from them. But maybe we can find some, like, shaman powder or something in 2 different crates that will give us the chance to take on 2 different sets of guards. I think we'll generally just file away concussive explosives as a let's do that last kind of job. Let's try and retain no combat for as long as possible. Now, all our targets are up on the higher floors. Pool ball.
I gave this place everything.
Yeah, we'll take a pool ball. We don't need an explosive golf ball, I don't think. And we've got a second crowbar. This level's stuffed with crowbars, and there's other levels where you just can't find them anywhere. Now, there's a target with grey hair. Eating a chocolate bar, so she's not the one. There's another target behind her who's having a drink, which is one of our tells. Yeah, he's got black hair and an assassin. Yeah, he's got black hair. So we're looking on the highest floor, I think, where the other targets are sort of hanging out. Although there is no one down that way, apparently. Yeah, there's one over there. She got grey hair. Grey hair, glasses, hat. She does have earrings, though. But she does have a tattoo. So maybe is what I'm saying. I'm not ruling her out just yet. And if she is a potential target, then maybe we don't want her to have an assassin.
Where am I going?
But we also don't want this courier to be around.
I heard that.
Yeah, here comes another target.
Hey, somebody try to be funny.
So you get in a box.
Let's get down to business.
Sorry,
These two are having a meeting, and it's going to be the right kind of meeting.
I got it. Everything's set. I don't want to be screwed over.
Yeah, it's handover. He's also got grey hair, so they're both suspects.
I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll see ya.
Nervous, dehydrated. Can we watch both of you for a moment? Do either one of you want to give us a tell?
I'd suggest you put that away.
She just wants to stand about for a moment.
I remember one time we'd been in
He's
a
just
meeting
also
with the
standing
managing
about for a
director
moment.
who expressed unhappiness with the fiscal turnover. He started yelling at us for not performing to spec. Athena was our team leader, and she was there.
I think she does fit the bill though, so
literally foaming at the mouth.
maybe we do lure away her assassin.
It was a report showing every mistake or lapse in judgment. Report for the
I don't think we've picked up an assassin's pistol yet,
Weird. I'm gonna go check it out.
and we could potentially do that now. Yeah, she's just chilling down there. Is old Red. So we have actually got a silenced pistol within the level. So that does mean we might be able to set off some fire extinguishers without too much bother. Okay, she's coming back this way. She's probably wondering where her security is. And she's having a drink. That's one of 2 tells. So we can't rule her out yet. The other lad is up there somewhere. He's just looking at stuff. And the third person we haven't figured out is also up there. Oh, wait a minute, we're after a secret meeting. Well, it's not you then, is it? It's a good thing I double checked that. It's neither of these people, because they were talking about handing over the package. So it's you.
Got it.
It has to be. And you are looking pretty nervous right now. And you do have grey hair, hat, glasses. Tattoo? Yep, that's tattoo on your wrist. So she is our target. For sure. There's a lookout nearby. But there's a lot of suspect nearby. One of them might just be an enforcer. Might be a lookout. It's hard to say. I think that guy might just be an enforcer. She is probably waiting for a meeting now. Or maybe she's just having another moment of paranoia. We could potentially just throw a screwdriver in her head and scuttle away. But that would probably break no combat as people get excited. And it would probably also scatter the lookouts. So maybe we don't do that. Can we just sneak in and
She is not available
grab
right
your
now, but I can leave
keycard?
a message. Yes. Okay. Well, I'll be sure to let her know.
We can.
Thank you. and-
Yeah, she's having a secret meeting. So, what shall we do? How should we play this? There's a fire extinguisher. There's Athena. She's going into her little room at the moment. Which is a shame, because I wanted to go in there. Because she has got a katana that we can take back with us. The old Tanto. So where does she drink? We could get some rat poison. We could
Mr. Perez, huh?
send her somewhere quiet.
All right.
What is
But
missing?
then
And place anything suspicious in a
poisoning a drink wouldn't be the most subtle of activities because, yeah, there's no outfits on in New York that let you poison people quietly. Do we want to find a lookout first? Because we might be leaving her body somewhere public. Unless she decides to come down this flight of stairs. Yeah, but here comes another target. So you're coming up to meet her. Where are you meeting her? Oh, is it in that room? No, not quite. But maybe.
Okay.
Maybe she's the only one who heard that. Cool. So that's her out the way. And no one's any the wiser, so no lookouts have been alerted. Athena is going back into her room again, just the worst time, because that's something I want to do before I leave this top floor, is grab the Tanto. There's nothing else of merit in here, is there? I mean, there's commemorative tokens, we might need them to lure a lookout into an unusual place. Okay, Athena's coming this way now. Her guard will follow her, I'm sure. Or no, is he just going back over there? Okay. Either way, we pop in, we steal things. What are we after? We're after the Tanto for sure. Grab the earphones for no real reason. In here we have an emetic gas grenade, which would have been useful a little while ago. And we can grab her keycard as well, just cuz. Oh, and her bodyguard is now just out there, okay. That's not ideal. Luna Cat trying to sit on me at this moment in time? Not ideal. But she's a good girl, so she will settle down nicely and she won't interrupt our hitting of men. I'm sure she's going to be a good girl about this. Right, actually, yeah, let's leave. Bodyguard is not directly blocking our way out right now. Good. So, next step, find a lookout. Deal with them. Oops. She's going to be waiting a while for a meeting. Are you a lookout? No, you're just a Security man, aren't you? 3 people in that room though. See, I'm not sure how many... It is possible that the lookouts are just wearing bodyguard outfits. Unless Perez is one of those 3 people, in which case... that's normal. Cool. So we're away from there. Let's go and find someone who enforces us but isn't a security guard. Because that's probably our lookout. They're all on an upper floor, probably. That woman, I think, is just a general enforcer for this outfit. We can probably blow the safe up at this point, just because there's no targets anywhere near there. So that probably won't cause any lookouts to panic and flee. But let's have a stroll about. You're an enforcer for this outfit. You don't have a key for that? Oh yeah, we do. Good. Frank's an enforcer. There's more fire extinguishers down here. I feel like these 2 lads are probably the best bet for Pacify Concussive, but it's still probably going to trigger combat. Okay, it didn't. Amazing. I honestly was expecting combat from that. Is there anywhere else though where we can pull the same trick? Because these 2 are nicely isolated, which helps our cause. What if we did the following? What if we turned off the gas? Now this guy here, he is the guy who just stands in this part of the room. These 2 are not, so let's move these 2 away and put them in a box. And then if we only leave one guy down here, then we can get him woken up by the other guards when we rob the safe. And if he gets woken up by the other guards, then he will be alone down here, and we use that fire extinguisher that's just out there to pull the same trick that's just worked on those 2 guys. So yeah, I think that's going to work. But do we want to find a lookout first, just in case this does spook a lookout? Which is possible. This could certainly spook a lookout, and we don't want everyone to flee the level. Lookout nearby, it says. It's got to be talking an upper floor. Now, who's that guy? Is he normally there? Is he normally there and an enforcer? He's not moving about, and lookouts move about. And also, yeah, lookout nearby is gone. There! That man. Or is that Perez? No, that's Perez. Okay. The lookout nearby is back. That guy in there is a normal enforcer. I think. That guy, though, are you a normal enforcer? Maybe. Are you coming over here to have a conversation? Yeah. So you're a normal part of this level. I would say let's put our suit back on and see who enforces us then. Because that's normally a good way to spot enforcers. But I feel like wherever they are, it's going to be somewhere on a higher floor where we're not allowed in our civilian outfit. So she's normal. Those 2 security guards are normal. Perez is normal. That guy's not a lookout because he doesn't move about, he just stands still. The receptionist is regular enforcer. That guy there, again, just sits there, so he is not a lookout. Also, lookout nearby has disappeared. I'm beginning to wonder if there's only like 1 lookout on the level or something. So we get notified about a lookout down here. But yeah, she is a normal person. Lookout nearby is gone again.
Damn.
There's normally
Nothing
2
to
security
report.
guards in there, and they're both enforcers. So, I'm confused. We go down the stairs. Lookout nearby remains. If we go this way too far, it disappears. If we go this way too far, it disappears. No, it's not that arsehole Frank.
Hey there, sir.
They've got to be on an upper floor. Why have you got courier dialogue friend. You're like that guy in Scale who's got career dialogue when he shouldn't have.
I hit every quarter they threw it.
Yeah, there are normally 2 guys in there, so they're not enforcers. Well, they're not lookouts, I should say. Someone in Athena's office, perhaps, but no, as we go this way, we lose the marker again. So it is like they're on the 2nd floor, but it's definitely not this woman because,
No.
yeah, there's no lookout nearby now.
Everything's fine, but
I am so confused. Gonna take out this enforcer if I can get away with it without combat.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Is that door gonna close? Cool. Just don't like that enforcer. No lookout nearby right now. But over this way, there is, briefly. But they're not downstairs. They're only briefly here, like... So they must be like straight up above us somewhere. But there is nowhere straight up above us where they could be. There's also down below us. But why would they be down there when none of the suspects ever go there? It does still say it though, look out nearby, on this lower floor. It's not the IT guys, they're enforcers. Now it's gone again. I really wish lookout nearby didn't work through floors. But then I guess it would catch me out if it didn't, so maybe it's okay. It's not a big level. I've scoured it at this point. You two are not lookouts, you're just guards. She is just an enforcer. She does have the outline though. Why does she have the outline? Also, why is there a penguin on the floor? Spill the beans, penguin. Maybe it is her. She certainly shouldn't have a solid outline like that. But I swear there's normally an enforcer there who looks like her. So...
No way in hell.
it would be highly unusual for it to be her. Does anyone care about that? No. I do have the emetic there, don't I? I don't think that would alarm her if we tossed it at her feet.
Still holding up?
Well, it's a little bullish this morning, but nothing too insane.
I don't think it would alarm anyone, really.
Can I ask why?
Oh.
Keeping an eye on it?
Okay, it did make someone a bit sus.
It's just people are talking about a possible
But she wasn't sus, was she?
FBI or some outside
No.
agency in the conference.
So I guess throwing that is a suspicious action. It's not like a jury. But that's fine. We'll just scuttle away. She's going to a bathroom. We'll give her the hammer and we'll throw her in a box. And she wasn't a lookout. She just had a solid outline for no reason. She was just an enforcer. So the lookout is still nearby. But now they're not. But now they are. It can't be one of these two guys, right? I mean, it can. But is it? That's just an accident, so that won't cause any alarm when that guy keels over. Okay, non-target killed, but it's just a guard. He might get discovered. He certainly will when Perez shows up. There we go. He's been discovered. Is the lookout going to panic now and cause a debacle? Okay, lookouts aren't panicking about anything, so I guess that room is free of the buggers. Sod it, let's just go and rob the safe. I feel I've spent a reasonable amount of time at this point trying to deal with a lookout around there. Let's go and do something else practical. If the worst comes to the worst, we could always shoot the place up. If it blows no combat, but it does give us the 4,500 for neutralize the lookout. And it's not the end of the world, right? Lookout alerted, okay. People are going to flee. I doubt they're going to run through this room. But we could always... Yeah. We are in fact going to turn that back on. Because I want to see what happens now. They're probably all going to flee from upstairs, aren't they? So they're not actually coming this way. They're going to come to the main entrance. So let's turn that off. Because we want that guy to be woken. Where are our targets going to? They're coming down here. Oh, they are going downstairs. They're all men with guns there, so they're not lookouts. I thought they might be going to the front exit. But no, that target is going downstairs. The others are all still upstairs. But they are looking to flee. That's a bunch more men with guns coming down. Yep, none of those people are probably lookouts. Because I think the lookouts... I'm working on the assumption that the lookouts flee the level, same as anyone else. Someone is escaping over here.
Research.
Okay, they're just guards again. I don't think people leave through the upstairs exit. There is still a lookout nearby. God damn it. So the assassin, you've come back, have you? Have you come back? Interesting. I thought assassins and lookouts left with their targets, but you're still there. Alright, and there's a sus guy coming up. Okay. No combat though, still fine. Lookout nearby. Again, but you are just regular people. You're sat down. Lookouts don't sit down. So yeah, everyone's calmed down, I think. This guy down here was knocked out. But he's now up and about and he's searching for things. Okay.
Say what?
Nothing for you to worry about, chum. Oh,
No way!
suddenly went very sus. Gonna calm down? No, he's in a bit of a loop, it seems.
No way!
That's fine, we can work with a loop.
Holy crap!
That's that objective out of the way, and no one seems to be searching. Good. That dump is full. But no one is searching, so we've got time to take him over to this cupboard instead. So I think we'll probably say to heck with the neutralizing of a lookout. If there isn't one on the level, I'm probably going to find one now as soon as I edit this video, but it doesn't look as though there's one on the level, to the best of my knowledge. If you've seen one, please let me know. But I think we will say, sod it, we're going home. And we'll just have to console ourselves with the fact that we're getting another legendary weapon before we leave. That'll make up for the missing 4,500, I think. So step one is going to be to stroll over here. It's a little busy in this room, but it won't be for long. Let's turn on that tap and see who responds. Oh, it's her. I wasn't sure if these two were going to, or if they were just going to leave, but she is responding to that. Okay.
Screw this.
Bonk. Down she goes. There's a janitor key that would let us into the other toilet, but I don't think we need it because I'm pretty sure the folks who are in there will also respond to this sink. Or maybe they won't. Let's crack open the door and see if we can't get their attention this way instead.
I don't like this monkey business.
It's fine. So if you're not going to respond to the sink, that's okay, because we'll turn that off. Because we're still worried about no combat, you see. You can come in here. We'll grab your folding knife amongst other things. That can come back to base with us. This lad drops a machine gun, which we might already have, I'm not sure. But more importantly, we can come in here and we can become the bank robber. We'll put away the gun, and now regular everyday civilians won't care. That security guard will though, but he's going to be out of our way soon enough. One would hope. Which way is he going? A few people catch us out of the corner of their eye, but that's not enough. And down we go. A bit more cash is available, and a lot more cash. And then we got all these gold bars, so we'll scoop some of these up. And over this side, yep. We'll scoop them up too. And blamos, we have got the golden sword off. So that can come back to base. We could also go up and see supplier. Now we've got 22k. But sod it, I've been running around New York for like best part of an hour at this point, so we're just leaving. What's our final prize before we go? Well, it's an ice axe, and it's a two-part prize, you see. It's an electronic key hacker as well. Fantastic. So I could pick the next Syndicate at this point. We know it's going to be sick games. I may as well actually, because we know it's going to be sick games. It makes the choice nice and easy. And then I can finally sign off. So these are our levels for the next couple of episodes, assuming things don't go horrendously wrong. I'm sure they're going to be jolly fun as we visit Mumbai, Bangkok and Mendoza in alerted forms, Berlin, Santa and Hawke's Bay or Hantu in their regular forms. But we're going to start doing that next time. So until then, thanks for watching, friends.